Welcome, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate tuning in. To those of you who are new here, if I resonate with you, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay. And you'll have to turn on your notification bell because I'm not here every day. And also thank you to those of you who are returning and you continue to show your love and support. I appreciate y'all as well. Okay, but you already know the vibes. Switch the roles if you need to. Assign yourself where you see fit, Aries. Don't force anything to fit your experience, your timeline, your gender. Okay. All is fluid in tarot. I'm drawing a blank. I'm daydreaming. Okay, this is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Okay, but if this doesn't resonate, check out the other readings on my channel for your Moon, your North Node, your Rising. Okay. Also, you can watch all three to get the bigger picture of your situation, or even check the houses where you have those placements. Okay, those will resonate with you as well. I need to get some more Palo Santo. This is like my little piece that I'm working on. I'm trying not to burn my nail. Okay, but this is going to be a message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So we're going to see what is the current energy, what spirit needs to know, how you should be moving out here in these spiritual streets. Okay, so let's see. Current energy for Aries. Spirit, what does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know? Does Aries need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I just seen Two of Cups in the reverse. I've definitely been feeling like with the Aries energy, you're getting ready to close out a karmic cycle. Okay, I really do feel like there's gonna be a shift here. I mean, it's like 92 more days, maybe even a little less, until your season. But we're gonna see what it is. Welcome to everybody. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feels like you coming back into union with yourself. Messages for Aries. The Emperor, yeah, that's definitely your energy. So I feel like you could be feeling more confident, more self-assured. Okay, you could be more organized, more structured, more disciplined in your routines and regimens. I feel like this is you having more control over you, your environment. Yeah, see, there's a karmic cycle that's closing out with the wheel here. Or you could be learning you could have learned lessons around you need to have more discipline, more structure, more confidence even. Okay, yeah, look, the Five of Pentacles to the Sun. There's definitely a shift happening here on a soul level. The Sun is like honoring the contract of your soul. It's like soul marriage, which is why it's the most happiest card in the deck. It feels like you're definitely healing an insecurity that you may have here. This could even be like your finances, or maybe there was a period of time where you felt like alone, isolated, whatever the case may be. I feel like you're getting ready to have a glow up, or there's getting ready to be a lot of attention. First of all, it feels like a lot may be revealed to you. Okay, things that may have been hidden from you, or maybe things like this feels like a light maybe has been shined on in this last cycle, your insecurities, or you know, I don't know, that's what it feels like. But it's just so that you could heal them. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Well, welcome back. Yeah, the tower is your energy too. Do you have Aries placements? Yeah, I got on. Yeah, got me on the spiritual hook. I know that's right. What I like about people, what I like to see in people when they start their spiritual journeys is that the ego dies. It's such a beautiful thing. It's bittersweet, but it's such a beautiful thing. What else? So the Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. Okay, it's Jupiter. Um, it's Sagittarius Jupiter. But this is wisdom. This is blessings. Um, the wheel feels like it's turning here. Yeah, look, the Empress, blessings, abundance. The Empress is fruitful. Yeah, it feels like balance is happening here. And where you probably had to operate, or you've needed to learn how to operate more so in your masculine energy, okay, I feel like that has prepared you to now be in your Empress energy. Hmm. You know, I'm kind of hearing two things with this. Like the lion shall lay down with the lamb, because these are two different energies. I mean, they have to be used interchangeably, but there's definitely something here balancing within your masculine and feminine energies. So it feels like you're coming out of a season where you had to be more masculine, be more strong, be more assertive. And now that you've learned that, you can now operate out of your Empress energy. Or for some of you, switch the roles. If you're a man, this is now you being able to operate more in your feminine energy, where your heart is open, you're attracting all of your abundance and things like that. Because we all have a inner feminine and masculine, and this is why Libra's constellation arguably to me has the most important principles, because without balance you cannot reach a godlike frequency, because God is both feminine and masculine. It's more of a consciousness, but you need both. Okay, so what else? Four of Cups, Cancer Moon. I'm getting like you could have been bored or disinterested or just feeling like apathetic towards that in your life now that you've reached this newfound frequency, is what it feels like. It feels like you've mastered being able to operate in both. Okay, that's what it feels like. You know when to be masculine and when to be feminine. Queen of Wands here is your energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, and the Temperance, balance, being in alignment, mind, body, and spirit. This feels like peace, harmony. Okay, you being able to alchemize the energy in your field. Yeah, I love this. This is a big shift I'm feeling here. And Four of Cups, it feels like you're just disinterested in a lot of shit you used to be doing. Then just being to start playing my own games for real. Yeah, that's when you use your imagination, make your own board games. Um, no, I realize my insignificance within my significance. That's kind of profound. But sometimes spirit will isolate you to get you to focus on what they need you to focus on. That's when you can hear them the most, confirmation. That's when you can hear them the most. That's when they can, you know, get the messages through that they need to without distractions. So yeah, this Four of Cups, it's like there's definitely a big shift you're going here, and it's causing you to be disinterested in a lot. What's this Emperor? For some of you, I'm also kind of feeling that with this Empress here, you could have healed a mother wound or a father wound, maybe even both. Maybe you're somebody who had to fight through a great deal of spiritual warfare or just closing out generational curses and whatever on both sides, on your paternal and maternal bloodlines. You could be working through both right now. So the Magician here, this is like manifestation. This is lots of willpower. Yeah, you've had to operate out of masculine energy for a while. Now I feel like you're getting ready to be in Empress energy. Okay, so what else for the Magician? This is also having mental clarity, having all the tools and resources that you need to manifest. Yeah, for some of you guys, you needed this masculine energy to be more developed within you. The wheel is preparation. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's an illusion here on your identity. The Emperor is your identity. The root chakra too. And when you don't have your root chakra balanced, you don't feel safe, you feel grounded. So often you're living in survival mode. Yeah. So the Ten of Swords, this feels like a cycle coming to an end. Okay, you were confused. For some of you, it feels like you how powerful you were with the Magician here. You didn't know your power. Maybe for some of you, you didn't even know, like, okay, I'm getting like a witch here, a sorcerer, a wizard, not a sorcerer, a wizard, or like, you know, like this is somebody who's very skilled, very crafty. What's this Magician? Feel like you didn't know your own power. Nine of Swords and the Sun, yeah. The Sun is your power, your energy, your vitality, your identity, your life force, solar plexus. You didn't know. I feel like this season taught you how powerful of a person you are. Because it's like the things that you put the energy into manifesting with this Knight of Swords, they happen fast. It happens fast. It happens so fast for you now. Hey Annie, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I feel like there's an illusion that has fallen off of your identity. Okay. Wow, this is powerful. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. The Knight of Swords is somebody who's very smart, intelligent, okay? They're witty, they move quick, they seize opportunities. What's this Knight of Swords? Or this could be somebody that was attacking you that showed you how strong you really are. Queen of Swords reverse, Eight of Wands reverse, yeah. So I'm getting two things, because the Queen of Swords in the reverse could be somebody who's not operating out of their higher mind, their crown. Like this could have been a blockage on your crown, or maybe you just being confused about your identity. This feels like living inauthentically, but not in a way where it's like you being fake or phony. It's you could have just been in a timeline that wasn't true to you because you didn't know who you were. But for some of you, this could be somebody that has been attacking you, gossiping, you know. I'm getting like spreading lies and rumors with Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, but this could also be with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, like setbacks, missed opportunities, you being in a period of stagnancy. Okay, what's this Queen of Swords in reverse? Eight of Pentacles, Taurus Moon. Six of Pentacles, excuse me, Taurus Moon, and we have Taurus here too. Some of y'all could be on the cusp of Aries and Taurus, or this is you have a Taurus placement. Yeah, and the Hierophant is somebody who has a lot of power, influence, affluence, very high vibrational, spiritual, a guide or a leader. For some of you, this is you being assigned as a leader. Okay, I feel like this reading is very specific. Okay, this is not going to resonate with everybody. Whoever I'm talking to is very high vibrational, okay? But also, I feel like you have an assignment in the new earth to be a leader, a public figure, somebody of power, affluence, a guide. Because the Six of Pentacles is like giving back to your community, sharing your talents and abilities with the world. Some of y'all probably unlocking new news of creativity with the sun here. Discovering new talents and skills with the Magician behind it that you didn't know you had. Wow, I love this. I love this. Or this is the energy that's coming up. Everybody is on different timelines, but the Hierophant is aligning yourself with your highest timeline. What's the sun? The King of Wands. This is a sun god. I usually get raw when I see these two together. There's another one. I think his name is Anubis. Let me see really quick. I love this energy though. Yeah, so Anubis, creative and sensitive. It talks about love, psychology, medicine, and education. It's an Egyptian goddess. God, rather, excuse me. I'm seeing the sun god. Some of y'all could be blessed by the sun god. Yeah, look, with the pentacles and the judgment, spirit is bringing you out of something. This reading just real deep, real quick, honey. This sun with the King of Wands, if you are a man, this is you really stepping into your divinity as a leader. The King of Wands is a leader. With the sun behind him, he's a very powerful warrior. Wow, what's this King of Wands? It feels like it could be a curse that is falling off of your bloodline or your, what's this King of Wands? Eight of Cups in the reverse. Wounds and insecurities. Yeah, it feels like in this past season, there was a lot that was brought to the surface. I'm kind of channeling somebody who could have went through like a dark night of the soul. There's like wounds and insecurities. Yeah, Ten of Cups, maybe in terms of like your family, or that needed to be brought to the surface in order for you to work through them. Strength card with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, wow. It's the Eight of Cups reverse. This is Pisces Saturn. And you know, Saturn is all about discipline, time, things like that. Cycles, the devil. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Ooh. So this could have been fear. You know, what I'm getting here is this is somebody who feared their own power. Because, you know, like a fear of success and like having a fearing your own power is a real thing. Also, this devil is an entity, a blockage. What's the devil? Give me more on that. It's also Capricorn energy. Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, healing. Even the Moon reverse in the Justice card. Woof. There's about to be a new path that's going to be revealed to you because you found your true identity. I feel like it's your true path. Your highest timeline has been revealed to you, or it's about to be. And this is going to bring in a lot of balance. Maybe you've been stagnant in like your career. Maybe you've been trying to find your niche, your ideal career path, your skills and talents, the things that you are talented at, more of like your innate abilities. Yeah, I feel like whoever I'm talking to has a divine significance in the new world. Because, you know, the power shift that we're experiencing is really, you know, like the resources and things like that, that shifting is going back to God's people. Because, like, we've given our power away and worked, like, you know, dead end jobs and not being able to really focus on our skills and abilities that were meant to be used. Did I see the Nine of Pentacles back there? That's self-actualization. It's like, because we've given our power away, thus we've given away our resources, our spiritual inheritances, and things like that. So now the shift is a consciousness that is returning. It's hard. There's a video on my wall. You might have to scroll a little ways down, but it's by William Donahue, and he explains how that happens. Every so often happens where there's a shift in power and resources because of an awakening. Okay, but he explains it on like an astrological level. So yeah, the Five of Cups in reverse, this is like you healing your own shadow. Some of y'all could have been dimming your light, playing small, and, you know, being in like this people pleasing type of energy. Or the Emperor, it's like you're in control now. Like, it's about me, you know, feeling whole and complete with the Ten of Cups. Yeah, what's this Ten of Swords? Sheesh. A cycle is over. Nine of Wands, Six of Swords. Yeah, if you having to struggle, of challenges and obstacles you face due to fear. And look, here goes the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, a new beginning for sure. Challenges and obstacles you had to face. Okay, you know, a lot of this feels like self-delusion and don't shoot the messenger. Self-inflicted. That's not the word I'm looking for. But everything starts with self. That's what I want to say. And now that you've discovered who you truly are, or you've taken back your power and healed from your shadow, it feels like there's been a healing of your shadow here with the Devil and the Five of Cups reversed. The Five of Cups is healing. Maybe this is the past where you've dealt with a lot of pain, trauma, whatever the case may be. Now you're healing it, overcoming sadness, grief, whatever. I feel like whatever had a strong hold on you, no longer. Things are moving into peaceful and calmer waters with this Six of Swords here. This is like the calm after the storm. For some of you, you're highly protected. So whatever obstacles and challenges you faced, I feel like they were divinely orchestrated because of certain wisdom that you needed to gain for your next mission, your next phase in life, to where you seem to be of significance and importance with the Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles here. The wheel is preparation, it's wisdom, it's growth and expansion. Okay, wow. What's the wheel? This is good fortune, good karma. Six of Wands in the reverse. Maybe you were giving the wrong things attention. What's Six of Wands reverse? Or you could have had a lot of people around you that didn't really genuinely support you. Pastors. I don't know who or what you were under the influence of, but it didn't have your best interest. He, she, whoever didn't have your best interest. In this Page of Swords, it feels like you're becoming aware of it. This is observing, watching, studying something. The people around you didn't genuinely support you or have your best interest at heart. Like, yeah, probably felt lonely. Okay, with this Five of Pentacles. Because maybe on a soul level, there was a lot of shit in your environment that you just didn't resonate with. And you were playing small to feel accepted, because the Six of Wands in reverse could be that. Like being a follower. I feel like you're not doing that anymore. I feel like you're about to blaze your own trail. What's the Six of Wands reverse? Give me more on that. You're about to be okay with being different, okay? For some of y'all, maybe you didn't want to be seen. You didn't want to be in the public eye. You didn't whatever. I don't know. I feel like that's about to change. Seven of Wands in the reverse. I don't know. There could be a certain challenge or obstacle that you're finally overcoming. Or the Seven of Wands in reverse could also be surrendering. You know, some of y'all are really meant to be like seen in the public eye. Fame with the Hierophant here. You're meant to be famous, but there's something that's like keeping you stuck. It feels like your own shadow, your own fears, insecurities. What's the Seven of Wands in the reverse? The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, your wealth has been unblocked. You about to figure it out real soon. If you haven't, I feel like this is the shift. Aries, this is about to be your year, honey. 2026. Okay. You're about to, it feels like, discover your niche, your talent, or how much power, influence, control that you really have over your environment. And it's not in a bad way, because the Six of Pentacles upright, that's somebody that's very fair, very balanced. You know, this is equal, being generous. It's not, I don't see a person that's about to use their power, their influence in a negative way. I'm seeing it as you using it to help with the Six of Pentacles. People in your community, your environment. You're about to find your talent, and you're about to make a whole lot of money with this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, look. You getting out of your head with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Moon back here and the Judgment in the Star. Oh my gosh. Living your life to the fullest. Answering the call from Spirit. Okay, going through an awakening. This is you stepping into God or goddesshood, because the star is man, right? But you get a body when you fall to earth. It's the lower mind of God, right? This is when you inherit your meat suit. That's what I like to call it. But then once we see the star, this is your awakening. Okay, you gaining control of your consciousness, your reality. You get what I'm saying? Like, the star is the crown. Well, some of y'all are meant to be famous. And when you finally accept that, because some of you with the Six of Wands here, I'm kind of getting like you could naturally already get a lot of attention, get a lot of, you know, like you're a magnet. And it's like you don't want to be bothered. The Page of Swords, I feel like it's mistrust, or not mistrust, distrust, to where you feel like you had to watch everybody around you, or like, you know, just not being too trusting of your environment. It was a fear that you had with the Devil back here. But I feel like whatever fear that was, you're about to overcome it. Yeah, Eight of Swords in reverse is, it feels like imposter syndrome, because it could be that. Imposter syndrome. What's this Page of Swords? That's what it feels like. Some of y'all didn't know how powerful y'all truly are, or you haven't accepted it. Once you accept it, your whole reality is about to shift. Yeah, the Moon in the reverse. The Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. Okay, you operated more out of your crown. This is like an epiphany, an aha moment. Like the only thing that was holding me back was me type shit. Wow. Self-delusion. Yeah, the moon is giving me like you overcoming self-delusion. Y'all, you haven't come to terms of how much power and influence y'all actually have. What's the moon reverse? And this feels like Five of Wands reverse. This is internal conflict you're overcoming. Okay, but it feels like whoever I'm talking to or whoever this is resonating with, you are very balanced. Fire is naturally like masculine, right? So if you're a woman and you're an Aries, you could have a lot of masculine energy about you, but it feels like you probably had to learn how to balance your masculine and feminine energies for one, but there's just something about you that you needed to accept. But I feel like you're naturally a very balanced person, so that's already going to benefit you, but now it feels like you've mastered something. So this feels like internal conflict, more on a subconscious level with the moon here, that you're overcoming. Yeah, look, the tower, this is a good tower with the emperor, I mean with the temperance right after it. For some of you, I feel like you could have learned a lot of lessons behind being impulsive, okay? And now you're like learning how to be patient with something. Maybe with yourself. Yeah, I'm getting lots of impulse here that has created many towers for you. Maybe you even being a bit reckless or confrontational. I mean, Aries, Aries is what people say, but Aries is the god of war. Yeah, some of y'all are really, I'm getting like, you're starting to calm down a lot. I feel like which is more feminine energy. Yeah, the Empress. Wow. There could have been something significant that happened. You know, I feel like you developed your shadow um, as an adolescence due to like an explosive moment that you had, and something traumatic happened because of it. And this is when you kind of went back into your shell. That's kind of what I'm getting here. And you tried to turn that side of you off, okay? Because the devil is like a hijacking of your consciousness, to where some of y'all, maybe you could have just gotten so angry that you would just start like like blacking out or whatever. I feel like that side of you is really calming down because you're evolving. It feels like you're evolving. You're finding more peace, more balance, more harmony within yourself. But that's really what I'm getting. Like something could have happened to you as an adolescent, or like there's something that you could have did, and it's like, whoa, I don't ever want anybody to have to experience my wrath again. But once you learn how to alchemize it with the temperance here and channel this energy, okay, in a positive way, or just like using it more creatively, I feel like something about it has to do with your talent, your skills, whatever. Maybe some of y'all are like, I don't know, boxers, fighters. I don't know what this King of Wands back here. You're about to figure out what it is. What's this Five of Wands reverse? Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Justice card. Yeah, this is divine law and order, balance, harmony. Balance is healing, okay? That's the whole point of karma, okay? To bring things into balance. So the Queen of Cups in reverse, this, yeah. This could be somebody who's like moody or, maybe some of y'all hadn't had the best relationship with your mom. This is calming down. I feel like y'all are going to be able to compromise on something here. I feel like this is overcoming the past, the subconscious mind. Maybe this could be an altercation or whatever that you had with your mom or your parents, whatever. What's the Queen of Cups reverse? Five of Wands reverse. Five of Wands is Leo Mars. And y'all know Mars is y'all ruling planet. Yeah, look, Knight of Wands. This Queen of Cups, okay. I'm kind of getting this is somebody who you could have been living in their shadow if it's your parent, living vicariously through them, or because this could be manipulation, okay? The Queen of Cups in reverse could be vindictive, manipulative, you know. Some of y'all, this Queen of Cups gives like your mom, or you've had to live up to a certain standard that your parents wanted you to be, like them living vicariously through you. I feel like you're about to really find it in you to confront this person and to like tell them how you feel, who you truly are. And it's like, take it or leave it. You're going to take it or leave it, like, but you're ready to step into your true identity. For some of you, I'm channeling like if you were a masculine, I mean, if you're a man, your mother could have been, how can I describe it? Because I know when we start talking about parents, it's a sensitive topic. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what I'm hearing in my head. You're just like your father. You do da da da. You're just like your mother. You do da da, just like such and such, so and so. And this created a false identity around you. Because words can be spells if you're not mindful. Okay, it's like projections with the Page of Swords here. Or, like I said, this person expected you to be just like them, following their path, their footsteps, and you're figuring out. For some of you, it was your own parent that probably feared your power or you being more powerful or affluential than them. And this is what has subconsciously kept you in an environment that was not true to you. So you're breaking free of whatever paradigm. Yeah, the Hierophant here is paradigms and belief systems, morals and values. It feels like they're starting to balance out as you find your true identity. You're figuring out what's yours, what's your parents, you know, what makes sense to you on a soul level and what doesn't. It feels like you're finding your own. Yeah, I love this for you, Aries, because something here is about to But I'm seeing an explosion of emotion, person, okay? And then they finally get the picture and like leave you the fuck alone. I didn't mean to say it that way, but that's how it feels. Somebody nagging, oh, you should do this, you should do that, this and that. Like somebody telling you what to do to make money, what careers are best for you, what decisions and things like that you should be making. The Queen of Swords in reverse is not somebody that's going to make her own decisions. That can even be indecisive. I don't know, maybe this is Six of Pentacles with the Hierophant is somebody who had a lot of power and influence over you. Because the devil right here in the Five of Cups in the reverse, you're healing whatever control that whoever this is had over you. I can read it that way too. Wow. What's this Queen of Cups reverse? But I'm feeling like you telling somebody off. Four of Wands. This could definitely be somebody in your family. King of Cups in the upright. Or for some of you, this could even be somebody who you were dating that wanted you to act a certain way, be a certain way, look a certain way. And maybe it was in your young and impressionable years. Okay, I'm channeling that too, because this could be two people in a relationship, especially with the Page of Wands, Queen of Wands back here. This could be somebody who made a strong impression over you in those years, okay, where you were growing up and finding yourself, and now you're shedding this identity of yourself too. So the Four of Wands is balance. order, structure, stability. It's Aries Venus. It's your card. So it feels like you're getting ready to pursue the things that you actually desire for yourself. The Queen of Cups reverse could be like you've been suppressing like a part of yourself on a soul level, though. You've been suppressing your own soul to please somebody else, or just maybe out of fear. Come on, this 4 of Wands. I don't know. This is quite interesting. Yeah, the Justice. You could be getting married in 2026, or maybe you'll find like a life partner, because once you truly find your identity, you find somebody that's in alignment with you. Libra energy with this Justice card. But I feel like this is things, some of y'all could be going, you could have went through a divorce that you impulsively rushed into out of your shadow, or from operating out of your shadow. And this is the identity that you're shedding, who you were in that partnership, because that you can release yourself from certain people, places, environments. Don't shed the version of you, the identity of you that resonated with that cycle. You'll still be stuck. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like you're slowly finding your way back to yourself, to being in a place where you feel confident, empowered. It feels like it's been a slow walk, but something is getting ready to click into place for you. So the Justice card here is balance. With the 4 of Wands. Give me on the Justice card. The 3 of Cups. Yeah, reunion. Temperance. And the King of Cups. You know, it feels like here that there's somebody that's going to want to reunite with you as a result of you going through this glow up or a change. There is somebody here who wants to, who you'll probably see come back around. And you know, it could feel like you and this person could have met before you were actually prepared to be in a union. Either one of y'all. I feel like there'll be a reunion here. If you want it, right? You got free will. Or this could be you coming back into union with yourself. Okay. But there's another person here. This King of Cups back here. It's like you could have met this person while y'all both still had a great deal of trauma to work through, or, you know, your shadow to work through. And neither one of y'all really knew yourselves and what y'all wanted, so it created like a disconnect. But whatever the wheel of fortune is, this is like things happening in divine time, and so you're needing to go with the flow, right? I do feel like there'll be a reunion here, and you and another person, y'all end up getting married, or this is what happened, right? You had to overcome a part of yourself that you were fearing or that you were suppressing, okay? Your own power. And maybe you projected it onto this person. I don't know. Maybe because sometimes power can be like wanting to have dominance and control. That's what I was getting at the beginning when I was thinking that line, the lion shall lay down with the lamb. Like, if you don't know what that saying means, you just go look it up. It's too much for me to explain. But that's what I was seeing when I seen that's what I was hearing when I seen the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress. You could have been too powerful of a person to be in a relationship, okay? But now I feel like you're learning how to balance something out. Okay, so anyway, what's this Empress? This is a period or season of abundance for you. This is you attracting all of your abundance, your blessings. Yeah, it's a good tower. The Temperance here is at the bottom of the deck. Because it feels like you've had a big shift in your identity. Everything that didn't resonate with you in 2025, that shit dropped. it fell. Like, you could have felt like your whole life fell apart in 2025. Or maybe my phone just went off. Or something like that. But it's like you went through a big tower moment. And this is your card too. It's Aries energy. Sometimes Scorpio, because it's just Mars. There could have been a lot of chaos or whatever. But it's like, it's divine intervention, a way for spirit to get your attention and say like, hey, you're on the wrong path. Hey, you got the wrong people around you. Hey, you in the wrong job. You know what I'm saying? But it's also an energetic upgrade in your frequency, right? Because what is draining you, what's no longer serving you, is not allowing you to operate as your true authentic self. So when it falls away, what is in alignment with you can be rebuilt. But it's like, first you have to change your patterns, your habits, right? Your inner rhythm to change your outer rhythm. What's the Tower? There could have been, for some of you, I'm really channeling like you could have had a really bad argument with a mother or a mother figure. And this is somebody who was probably living vicariously through you, and you just had to tell them how you felt. You probably had to tell them what they did, or, you know, you had to release some things. But I feel like this is probably what made this person respect you as an adult and not looking at you like you're a child. So the Five of Pentacles, Taurus, Mercury, yeah, I feel like Spirit had you in a season of isolation, of being alone. For some of you, it could have even impacted your finances, because I feel like you could have been in a worker position when you really needed to be a manager or a boss or a CEO or something. Somebody could have lost a job here. Yeah, look, the Fool reverse is distractions. What's the Five of Pentacles? Like, you probably could have lost everything. A home, a relationship, a marriage. Ace of Wands reverse. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting lots of disappointments, missed opportunities. You feeling like there were setbacks and delays. This was really just a recalibration. A recalibration. I'm getting a lot of suppressed anger that probably came back up to the surface too. I don't know, maybe you were like crashing out on people, and that's a way for whatever you were suppressing, as this Queen of reverse, to be released. Give me more on this Five of Pentacles. Somebody could have ghosted you or left you, and it just made you angry. Or Four of Swords, healing and restoration. Thinking, pondering, reflection. That's what I'm seeing. King of Pentacles reverse, Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, some of y'all could have went through a divorce where y'all found out that there was infidelity. This gives somebody's ex-husband, this King of Swords. You remember the Four of Swords? Feels like a lot of shit disappointed you, but it fixed your vision. Yeah, Eight of Swords reverse. And look, Wands right after that. So yeah, it feels like you weren't honoring your identity, your power. You were playing small, trying to maybe help other people or please other people, or just being where you didn't belong, where you did not belong spiritually, in a timeline that did not suit you, was not conducive to your growth and development. You feel me? Like, yeah, now feels like, yeah, look, I'm telling you, y'all about to find yourself in the middle of so many blessings and just feeling like you're at peace and, you know, living a life that feels harmonious. And this feels like it could be the karmic debris that's clearing out. Okay, like if you're in the middle of all this drama and chaos, remember, chaos is the precursor to order. That's why a lot of people don't like change. Any switch or change in like your routine, your daily regimen, is chaos, right? But when things come back into balance afterwards, it's going to be peaceful. What's this Eight of Swords reverse? There were some things that you needed to shift your perception on, or that you need to, because with the Ace of Wands in reverse, there could be things that you feel you missed out on, or things that disappointed you. This was all for, my phone just went off again, your protection. All for your protection. So it's like you needed to see the silver lining in it, take the lesson, the wisdom that you gained, and keep it moving. As long as you integrate it, you won't find yourself back in the same place. What's the Eight of Swords reverse? It could have been maybe for some of you, like a relationship that just went to hell. Like, I really don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, look, Six of Cups in reverse. A breakup with somebody significant. Maybe somebody who you had a lot of history with, or maybe somebody who just wouldn't grow the fuck up. Something that you were still energetically tied to. For some of you, this Queen of Cups in reverse was somebody that could have been attacking you over a man. Somebody wants to be a third party in your relationship so desperately. What's this Three of Cups? This feels like third party energy now that I'm looking at this again. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you realize you just need to let somebody go, or let something, at least for the time being. If this is not infidelity, the Queen of Cups was you not being emotionally fulfilled or feeling safe emotionally. You weren't. Yeah, you're like, dang, I just need to let it go. I feel like it's your season of acceptance, that whatever is falling away is divinely guided and orchestrated. What's this Four of Cups? Because this could be you feeling rejected, you feeling missing opportunities. Okay, you just, yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Reevaluating some things. I believe this is a Taurus card. Y'all could really be on the cusp, especially with this King of Pentacles back here. This could be somebody you were married to or in a committed relationship with. For some of you, this is just what you're healing from. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person could have put you in a third-party situation, or selfish. That's the energy that I'm getting. This person is selfish. It feels like they care more about doing what was best for them with the Justice card in behind them. They could have liked to party, hang out, go socialize, whatever the case may be. Or maybe they gave their friends or whoever more attention. This King of Pentacles right here feels like somebody that's real selfish and impulsive too, with the Knight of Wands. So this could be something that you're healing from. If that's not infidelity, they didn't make you feel emotionally safe, and this could have been a relationship that just went crashing down in the middle of everything else. So the Seven of Pentacles is like reevaluating, taking a second look at something. It's a Taurus card, but I can't remember which one it is. Maybe it's Saturn. Let me see. Because I feel like that's significant. If it's Saturn, Saturn talks about clearing karmic lessons, being more disciplined, and, you know, things like that. Let me see. Yeah, it is Saturn. What's the Seven of Pentacles? You know, it feels like you could have felt like you were really being rejected. Maybe some of y'all with friends. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This was your protection. So the Queen of Pentacles reverse, I feel like there was a lot of things you needed to pull back your energy from. And just take a second look at what you were giving your resources to, money, time, energy. Because this Hierophant with the Six of Pentacles over here, you could be somebody that's very generous. For some of you, this is a karmic mother figure who was probably more on the selfish side. So this could have mirrored whatever relationship you were in, could have mirrored your upbringing. Okay, to where you chose a partner who mirrored the energy of one of your parents. Because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, she's not nurturing, she's not caring, she's selfish. Like, the way I'm seeing it here, this person could have made you feel rejected or neglected, or they just didn't give you a lot of care and nurturing. And the Four of Cups being Cancer Moon, that energy is really sensitive, okay? But it's like how it manifests as you being apathetic, okay? Like, whatever, I just don't care about it, when really you do. What's this Queen of Pentacles reverse? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Cups in the reverse. For some of you, whoever this mother figure is didn't want you to be happy. They hadn't found their own happiness. What's the Page of Pentacles reverse? This is a workable plan. I feel like this is the shadow that you're breaking free of. Whatever paradigm and belief system, this person, yeah, Nine of Pentacles, self-actualization, independence, all the paradigm and belief system that you're breaking free from was probably one of your parents, where they projected a lot of fear and paranoia onto you, or whatever they did to you. Had you fearing your own power, playing small, dimming your light. You're breaking free of that. So the Nine of Pentacles, this is Virgo Venus. This is self-actualization, discovering who you really are, feeling grounded and content in your own energy. Also, it's like skills and talents that you have, and using that to manifest financial freedom, independence, okay, wealth. For some of you, this parental figure didn't want you to leave them behind. It feels like they didn't want you to be separate or independent of them. So they purposely did little shit to, probably with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, make you doubt your decision, or yourself, period. He said facts. Oh, I don't like that I'm reading on this energy, but you know, our parents have journeys and karmic debt that they have to work through when they come down here. That doesn't stop just because they become our parents. So like, that's just kind of taking them off the pedestal that we have them on, not in a place where you disrespect them or look at them as any less, but it's like giving them back their humanness, to where, you know, they're having a human experience too, and they make mistakes. They're not perfect. So it's like you're finding your independence was a plan that failed for whoever this is. So for some of you, this Empress could be your mother that is now going through a tower moment. Okay, them trying to make you feel small or whatever, and maybe made them feel powerful. But with the Eight reverse, I feel like they're losing whatever power that they have over you. And this Four of Swords is them really starting to realize that you could be growing up. You're breaking free of this. What's the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse? I mean, it's in the upright, excuse me. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Because this is like a failed plan, or some of them intentionally didn't invest in you. And you know, sometimes that could be like a double entendre, because the people, like, I feel like it's a family thing. Okay, like, don't quote me, but I've seen this. The people who are the most skilled and gifted and powerful, and they know that, are the ones that they intentionally choose not to help because they think they don't need it. Oh, they're good, they'll find their way, they da-da-da-da, but it still makes you feel rejected and isolated. All right, while they helping everybody else and giving whoever money and things like that. But it's like, this could be a parental figure that intentionally chose not to invest in you because they didn't want to see you doing better than them, because they knew the power that you had. Judgment in the Star. They know you. So the Ten of Cups is you feeling whole and complete within yourself. Something about family here. This person is definitely from your family. So, okay, I'm kind of channeling like with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, you could have moved away from your family. You're independent of your family. Maybe they all stick together. Maybe they all, it's given a black sheep. A pioneer, a generational curse breaker. What else do I want to call it? A star seed. You're not meant to fit in. You're meant to stand out because you had a divine mission. Okay, you're meant to shift the trajectory of your generation, your bloodline, whatever. Oh no, my man called me. I need to hurry up. So it feels like you could be independent of your family. Like, here's the family, y'all all, you know, they all together, happy, celebrating, whatever. And then the Nine of Pentacles, here's you. And you just looking at them like, wow. You're just looking at them like, you know, go ahead. But because it feels like you have a sense of autonomy, right? And the difference between independence and autonomy is your morals, values, and belief systems are your own, and your other people push theirs onto you and sway theirs, like an independent thinker, put it like that. So although you may want to join in, you may want to be a part of the crew, you're like, that don't resonate with me, and I'm not going to be fake and phony, like, because the Nine of Pentacles energy is one that's real down to earth. It's a Virgo energy too. So it's like you pay attention to every little detail and shit around you. You see the fake smiles. You see the phony shit. You see, you know, and you're like, yeah, I'm not down with that. What's Nine of Pentacles? It feels like you're finding your way anyway. You're about to. Yeah, Two of Swords in the reverse. You're finding yourself. You didn't want to see. Some of you are multifaceted, multi-talented. Okay, this is you coming out of denial about who you truly are. Love it. Love it, honey. Let's get a Sacred Spirit Oracle. I love it. 2026. Sheesh. Watch out. Watch out. So, I like this one. This one gives deep insight. Some of y'all were probably betrayed by your mother and your father. You just had to find your own way. You had to find your own way back home. You know, I really feel like, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here, although you may be a person that has gone through a lot, nothing was by coincidence. Nothing was by coincidence. All of this was divinely guided and orchestrated, because you can't be somebody who is meant to break generational curses and things like that, but still want to be accepted by the very people who are still participating in those things, perpetuating the cycles. You can't want the acceptance of them if you're meant to be different from them. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not ever going to accept what you're doing because they don't see things the way you see it. What's the message here? Oh, I love this. I'm seeing somebody here make a lot of money in 2026, or just your financial situation changing because you're aligning with who you truly are. Okay, and your energy is your currency. Okay. Soul fragments, balance will be restored. Yeah, so that's what I was saying with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. There is a part of your soul that you were suppressing. You're recalling whatever this fragment is. Okay, and now that I look at this again, Libra is your opposition. Okay, that is your sister sign. So it's like an evolution. And you know, sometimes I feel like Aries have to find a healthy medium between being alone and being in a partnership. But it's you realizing that the partnerships that are right for you are going to help you grow. They're going to help you evolve. You get what I'm saying? Like, how can I describe it? It's finding the right partnerships is the thing. That's really what it's about. So you probably wanted to be alone, but like, I feel like we're not really meant to be alone. You know, like, what did I do with that thing? Okay, so 33, and that's a master number, can't be reduced. Some of y'all maybe about to turn 33 in 2026. So balance will be restored. Reclaim your inner power, period. Okay, the life of our soul is infinite, and while aspects of the self are never truly lost, they can separate through times of trauma, grief, separation, loss, or refusing to deal with an issue. The psyche's self-preservation causes this illusionary disconnection as it chooses to distance itself from the situation in question. Oh, so you know what this feeling may be? So you could be thinking or having a lot of memories from your childhood resurface, okay? But in trauma and grief, a lot of that shit you forget because it's the spirit, like I said, disassociating. I don't want to remember that because it's too traumatic. But at the same time, your memory is not selective. It'll cancel out whole decades. It'll cancel out whole years of information and memories just out of, like I said, disassociating. So you could need to tap into your inner child. I feel like if you want to speed this process up, you're going to need to, because it's a cold world without your child, without you being in touch with it. That's your joy, your creativity, your imagination, your spontaneity, your youthfulness, you wanting to play, you know, like, and just explore and be adventurous. So, and your essence, who you really were before you developed your shadow, that's where you knew what you wanted to be. You know, you hear little kids say all the time, oh, I want to be a scientist when I grow up, or I want to be a teacher. That's what they really want to be until they develop their shadow, or until they start to take on the paradigms and belief systems of the environment that they're in, whether they're healthy or not, and that shit changes. So anyway, it says, these fragments are merely in places our consciousness to forget to spare the emotional turmoil of an intense emotional experience. Okay, recalling these fragments with love, healing, and understanding allows the soul to continue moving forward without the individual feeling stuck in the past or unable to get over an issue or event. Empowering and liberating, retrieval is recommended if you feel you are missing parts of yourself. Although sometimes challenging to find, conscious thought and skillful self-awareness is all that's required to recall a soul fragment back to its host. Okay, that's the Hierophant here. Seek professional guide if you feel more comfortable. Currently, you may be feeling incomplete, not like yourself, physically flat with no motivation. Yeah, that's this Four of Cups over here. Lacking joy in your life, or even that you are unable to move forward in life. Right now, your soul needs to reclaim a part of its missing memory. Past trauma that is being held within you is crying out to be healed. Okay, through recollection, you may be able to see the truth of the situation for what it is. Be careful. You are entering a period in which you will be challenged emotionally. That's the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, build your resilience and remain objective. Fear-based experiences need to be addressed now. Past life regression could be beneficial to create understanding of phobias, deep-seated fears. Right, that's the devil here. Or subconscious patterns that have previously controlled areas of your life. Reclaim your power. So the shadow aspect is fear, shallowness, and detachment. So now that I'm seeing this again, like the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Four of Wands and the Justice card, the Three of Cups, this all gives me like you could have feared relationships because the people who were a part of your upbringing never genuinely supported you and cared for you the way you needed to be. It gives like they were jealous of you. Okay, and it's like those are the first relationships that those are the first relationships that shaped your core foundations and beliefs on how you interact with other people, if that makes sense. And if those was your first examples of relationships, you're like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want nobody next to me. Like, everybody fake and phony. And like, you could have started to see the world through those eyes, but it's like, you're fine. It feels like a partner, King of Pentacles, somebody who will genuinely support you and, you know, like, help you feel safe and grounded and interact with other people, or you have found somebody, right? For others of you, you could be reunited with this person, but I feel like as you start to heal and be more comfortable with putting yourself out there, shining your light, you know, showing your power and things like that, you're going to find not only the soul fragment that you were missing, but also it feels like a person here that with the 4 wands and the justice card in the upright, your divine counterpart is what it's giving. Okay, so the sacred crystal is boji stones. Whatever that is, you could use those to help you with this energy. I don't know what those crystals are, to be honest, but look it up. It might help you. It's spelled B-O-J-I, boji stones. Okay, the assistance is guardian angel Rampel. This is for clearing karmic debris and recalling lost soul fragments. Okay, and your affirmation is, I am the master of my own mind. I am ready to move on. Yes, that's what I was saying. Independent thinking. Okay. Woo, I love this Aries. Yes. So I feel like just continue to do your shadow work, and even if those childhood memories are painful, I feel like you have to work through them because they caused you to develop deep-seated fears and things like that that really are probably an illusion. Okay, with the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, it's like seeing the world through the lens of your trauma, if that makes sense. Okay, and heaven, like people like to say, you know, it's in the sky when you transition and things like that. No, it's a state of consciousness. It's a state of being. You can have your heaven here on earth, right? But that's why the matrix exists, to make sure that you don't, whatever y'all believe in, that's just what I believe in. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. This was such a powerful message. It's time to shine your light. Some of y'all with this Hierophant, I'm getting like you could even end up being famous. You feel me? Or if that's what you want, reaching a pace. I feel like you're meant to regardless. I don't feel like this is really, yeah, something that you could control. Because you have a skill or a talent, something that you're meant to give back to the community or help in a certain way. Only y'all know. Okay, but time to shine your lights. Be your best self. Okay, time to get it popping. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next read. Bye.